not necessarily those of KTLB Radio.
Good morning, Oklahoma City, and welcome to the Clara Luper Show. In a moment, your host, Sister Clara Luper.
Come on, Jesus. Come on, Jesus. Oh, Lord. Oh,
Lord. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and a happy good morning to you, wherever you are. Aren't you excited? God has allowed us to see the snow again. Thank you, God, for the snow. Today's program will be dedicated to those hard-working staff members of the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. The Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant will be held next Saturday night at the Metro Tech in Oklahoma City. That's at exactly 7:30. Now, all my tickets have been sold, but you might can get some tickets from some of the contestants, some of the pages, or if you call, we might can arrange for you to get in. Why is it that people support the Miss Black Oklahoma City and the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant? Don't ask me, ask the people that support it. Well, today is a very special day, and I want to dedicate this program to a hard-working staff. Let me call the names of the staff members: Letty Ruth Hunter, Merlin Hildreth, Leola Ford, Bosie Walker, Rosetta Coleman, Nancy Davis, Rodale Hornbeck, Elnora Douglas, Burley Nero, Ruby Hildreth, Robert Gates, Betty Germany, Gloria Matthews, Terry Whitaker, Jamie Lurks, David Lee Hall, C.P. Wilson, Joy Ahmad, Wilma Ray, Leon Pons, Melva Rich, John Tucker, B.J. Tucker, Calvin Whitaker, yes, Marie Weekly, Donna Weekly, Alicia Hildreth Garrett, Doris Jones, Edwina Red. This is your program, staff members, a way of saying thanks to you for your hard work. This portion of our program has been brought to you by Coma Herc Plumbing Company. Take this number down, 771-4875. Let me repeat it, 771-4875. Now, if you want some plumbing done in a hurry, call 771-4875. Coma Herc Plumbing Company, 771-4875. The Democratic women, the Women Oklahoma Federation of Democrats, and you remember it by the name of Georgie Brown's Oklahoma Federation of Democratic Women's Club, will have a tea next Saturday from 3 to 5 p.m. at the Ralph Ellison's Library in Suite A at 2000 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City. Now, the Democrats are moving. They're getting ready for the election of 202 and 203 and 204. The Democrats are on the move. We have received so many congratulations from all of the programs that were held during Black History Month. From the Loving St. James Baptist Church, from the New Zion Baptist Church, from Shiloh Baptist Church, from the Fifth Street Baptist Church. We could go on down the list. Well, congratulations on your Black Heritage Program. Those of you that were at Douglas High School, Star Spencer High School, shall I go on down the line? And I want to talk about Yoruba. Yoruba has a show about Africa and its heritage that you've got to see. If you haven't heard his stories, you really need to, because he tells stories like you have never had. I'm talking about stories that's based on history. Yes, this is your program, Bosie Walker. I know you're all planning to have a big bean and chili dinner, but I think it's a little bad. Call me and let me know exactly what you're going to do. The telephone number is 672-1200. This portion of our program is being brought to you by the oldest daycare center in Oklahoma City, Chauncey's Jardinas, 1643 Northeast of 50th Street. The telephone number is 424-4656. You can't stay in business unless you're doing business. And they have been doing business and doing business, and now they are taking care of the second and third generation of children. What happens? Well, when you go to Johnson Jardina's, it's an educational experience. The children are learning how to work together, how to play together. They are learning lessons. They are learning how to use a library. They are learning how to read. They are learning how to eat the proper food. They are learning not only with teachers that are qualified, but also with educational toys. And we salute Mrs. Gloria Matthews, Mr. Paul Matthews, and that entire staff. Let me give you the telephone number. 424-4656. You need some insurance? Call Marilyn, 843-0811. She's not in her office today, but she will be there Monday morning. Her office is located at 730 North Britton Road here in Oklahoma City. Marilyn sells all kinds of insurance. And Calvin, Calvin wants you to know that he's a licensed insurance agent along with April, and they are all ready to take care of your insurance needs. This is the kind of day that you don't feel like getting out cooking. You don't feel like barbecuing for yourself. You don't have to go to Tom's Barbecue, 2504 Northeast 10th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. You may call in your orders at 427-3898. Take care of the whole family today. Hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street, Oklahoma City, is open until 12 tonight for your shopping pleasure. Be careful now. Hometown, 2001 Northeast 23rd Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. If you need a haircut, Robert Gates, 2609 North Martin Luther King. Robert Gates, you're a barber. They call him the barber's barber. And Mr. Gates would like to thank all of you for the support that you gave at Musica at the Tabitha Baptist Church on last Sunday evening. Say, if you know any of my staff members, call me so that you too can join me in congratulating a staff. Now, the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant will be held Saturday night. And if you can get a ticket, I want you to be there. You know, as we talk about the pageant, we got to talk about the pageants that have already been held and the contestants that are ready to come to state June 22nd through June 29th. Cameron University will be sending Marita Terrell, Duncan's Rita Barber, Oklahoma State University, Tiffany Penn, Oklahoma University, Miranda Bond, UCO, Destiny Rogers, and that's good news for the class of 2001 at Douglas High School because she's a graduate of that class and the beautiful daughter of Mrs. Lisa Jones. Hollis, Veronica Johnson, Putnam City, Candice Mack, and Spencer Desiree Irvin. Also, Stevens County will be sending Tanisha Barber. Now, those of you that have asked me about the Muskogee pageant, that will be held on March the 30th. The Tulsa pageant on April the 6th. The Rose State on March 26th. Langston University on April the 26th. Now, this will be one of the largest pageants in the history of Oklahoma. We've never had a pageant with so many young ladies participating. And I'm going to tell you, Oklahoma City has some beautiful, talented, dignified young ladies that are participating in the pageant. And I would like to ask you, if you know any of these young ladies, let me know because I want to know what you know. The Oklahoma City will select that one young lady that will represent Oklahoma City and the one that will represent Oklahoma County. Now, among those, I'm telling you about some beautiful young ladies. Candace Kirk, Shanika Tumlin, Latoya Dokes, Marquetta Mallory, Sharana Barkley, Cassandra Peters, Chesley Stiggers, Yvette Butler. Now, if I left off something, don't blame me. Just blame, don't, Clara. Clara, yeah, just blame Clara. Now, if I left off your name, you call me and tell me because I make mistakes. And you know, I've failed so many times, but every time I've failed, I've gotten up and I've tried again. Calvin, I'm dedicating my program today to the staff.
To the staff, Mom. That's a wise dedication. But of course, I got to say good morning, Mom. It's such a joy, such a thrill to be a part of the Clara Luper Radio Show on a beautiful snowy morning. I mean, it is beautiful outside. Those of you who are stuck at home, regretfully, man, you need to look out that window and appreciate some of the dynamic works of somebody stronger than you and me. God did a good job this morning. Painted a white picture. It was so beautiful coming down the highway, Mom, because the wind was blowing, clearing the streets, making things good. Oh, what a thrill it is just to be here and just to be a part of this, the Clara Luper Radio Show, on a beautiful Saturday morning, March the 2nd, 2002. Hey, what else can I say? You're talking about the Miss Black. You're talking about dedicating the show to the staff, but you're talking about things that are important to the community, and it's a joy. So those of you who are out there, you know, I always tell you, prepare yourself. Get your pencil ready, get your paper ready, sit back, relax, because this is going to be a great show. This is the show of shows because this is a cold, cool winter day. This is the day that the Lord has blessed us with. And he's blessed us with an opportunity to hear, to listen to a dynamic speaker that's been all across this great state of Oklahoma, all across the Southwest, who's got new honors this week and a new announcement. I don't know if you want me to say it now, but Mom, congratulations on what the NACP is going to do for you in the regional, and I'll let you make that announcement.
No, I would like for you to make it.
You want me to tell everybody because they're naming a new award, and it's the Advisors Award here at the regional NACP meeting under the name of Clara Luper, the Clara Luper Advisors Award, and that's going to be something that'll be going on at the regional. It also will be going on at the national. But this is an award that's based on an advisor that doesn't just talk that, but just walks with the kids, inspires the kids, and you've done a great job. But then to have an award named after you, fantastic. So my hat goes off to you once again, Mom, because this is Region 6, and you have done a whole lot throughout the region, because this is a region that consists not only of Oklahoma City, but Texas, Louisiana, and New Mexico. Region 6, one of the most powerful regions in our great NACP organization. But the region has named an advisory award for you, Clara Luper, our dynamic host, a tremendous NACP Youth Council advisor, not 1 year, but about 40 years now?
It's longer than that. I started in 1957.
1957.
That would
so
be 45
once again,
years.
my hat goes off to
Okay.
you. But then let's keep on moving because this is the Clara Luper Radio
And
Show.
we have someone on
And you
the
got
line.
your pencil ready?
Yes.
You got your paper ready?
Yes.
Okay, I'm ready to
Okay.
take this call. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for being a part of this outstanding show.
McDaniel, words of wisdom.
Who?
Fluky McDaniel.
Fluky McDaniels.
On this beautiful morning.
How you doing this morning, Fluke?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good.
Good. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
What happened to real good?
Oh, that's next week.
Okay.
I like that.
All
Words
right.
of wisdom.
Real love expects nothing in return.
Real love expects nothing in return.
That is correct.
Oh my gracious.
Oh, I don't know. Let's see now. Let's see how that affects.
Calvin, he said real love
Real
expects
love.
nothing in return.
We expect nothing in return. You know,
Okay.
we have to give real love.
Fluke, you giving us something to think about. Real love expects nothing in return. Oh, I see where that could go.
They
I
can,
don't know. I see where that could go. You know,
they can really go. When
But
you
then
do
you got to
something.
think about it yourself. Fluky McDaniels with words of wisdom. Something else to put on the wall there in the office and to think about. You know, Fluky, what I've been doing with the words of wisdom, I put it up, and not only, but Monday through Friday, I can see those words of wisdom, and I try to tie that in and to make my week a little better. And dealing with customers and dealing with people, you know, the words of wisdom really come in handy.
That's
This
working.
real love thing, I don't know, though. We're gonna have to think about that one in a minute.
All righty.
All right.
Thank you so very kindly. Not only thanks, I would like to thank Patsy Kizzy, Dolly Hall, Donnie Weekly, Marie Weekly, Maxine Stale, and I expect Maxine Stale and Bosie Walker to call me and give me some information. And any of you staff members that would like to congratulate one of our staff members or one of our contestants, call me at 672-1220.
Well,
Yes.
Mom, I'd like to take this time to compliment and congratulate a staff member that has a harder job, almost as hard as mine. I'm not going to brag on myself yet, but I will if nobody else says nothing. But the young lady from Tulsa that handles the Miss Black Tulsa pageant,
Jeanette Williams.
Jeanette Williams, the young lady that comes into Oklahoma City and works with the young ladies from across this state, puts together a dance routine, an opening routine, puts together a presentation routine, works with the escorts, putting together, coordinating that with Mrs. Daniels and Berlin. But Jeanette comes in town and she does a fantastic job here at the state. Her Tulsa pageant, now, if you really want to see something, you got to see that Tulsa pageant. But that's only preparatory for the outstanding work that she does. And she's a relatively new member, but she's so
only been here about 10 or 15 years.
And then last year, she had a broken ankle.
But she was
But
here.
she came in and put together that routine. Those of you who were at the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, you saw her. You saw the way the young ladies, the way the pages, and the way the escorts, how they all responded to Jeanette Williams' teachings.
Okay, we have
Good
a telephone
things happen.
call.
Jeanette, that goes out to you. We're taping this, Jeanette. I want you to know. Okay. How are you doing? Thank you for calling.
Yes, good morning, Calvin.
Hey, how you doing?
All right, this is Al Dowell. I was calling to congratulate Miss Luper on her achieving her award by the NAACP. I think it's most deserving.
Well, thank you so very kindly. I appreciate that. And I'm so glad you called because I've gotten a lot of calls. Is your office still open?
Yes,
Oh,
Mom,
yeah.
you can tell. Look at me.
Yeah,
My
Calvin was
glasses
just
are
up there last
fixed.
week. I was helping him. Yeah, we're there every day, Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5. Well, actually, 9 o'clock to 5. But, yeah, we're there every day. I don't have my sign in front because it got blown down and somebody ran into my brick. But I got that going and got that back up. And I'm there every day, 9 o'clock to 5.
You are to be commended because you're carrying on the work of your father.
Well, thank you. That's the way he would want me to do it. And of course, we work together every day for the past 20 years, and I'm going to be doing that, continue on doing that for the next 20. Now, I do have my property that's on the market. I'm seeing because the Health Sciences Center and some other places have approached us about it, but nothing is imminent right now. I could be there another 3 or 4 months or another 30 years. It just kind of
Another 30 years. You can put a limit on it, Al.
Yeah, they're not gonna put a limit on it. It just depends because it just depends on the type of offer. Otherwise, for the service that I want to provide the community and continue to do as my father would want me to, we'll no doubt be there. That's what I'm inclined to be there for. Long time to come and everything. So
Right on.
I saw Calvin in the other day, and
I was thinking to brag on that myself, Al. I was going to tell them about the nice, courteous service, the nice, clean area, the way you took care of business, the way you took my frames that I've broken, put me back together and send me out with a smile on my face, and I could see clearly. Well, I appreciate that now.
Well, I appreciate that, Calvin, and you and your family are always welcome. And I think Miss Luper's about due for an examination, so we're looking to be seeing her pretty soon.
You will. Certainly you will. And I'm so proud. You say your property is on the market?
Yes, I have it even before my father passed away. I'd explored it because we've been getting a lot of inquiries with the Health Science Center that's expanding in Bricktown up there with those apartments and everything that are coming one direction, and the Health Science Center is growing and pushing in the other direction, and we're kind of in between. And so rather than try to answer those questions, me not being a real estate person and knowing exactly what property value is and stuff like that, I decided to hire someone that deals in that every day and could give me expert advice. And so that's what I've been having them do and explore the possibility of doing that. But again, I say nothing is written in stone and guaranteed yet. Now, if something comes along where they advise me that, hey, this is an offer you couldn't possibly turn down, then I have something to think about, because it just depends on what it would be and what advice I would get, because my first responsibility is to the community, and there's a need for my services. So that's my first responsibility.
You have been married now how long?
About a year and a half, happily.
I don't mean to be personal,
She
but
goes
how is
with
married
property.
life?
What was your last question? I'm sorry.
I want to know how is married life.
Oh, I love it. I've told everybody who knows that is the best decision I ever made, and Mari gets after me for adding that so far sometimes, but no, it's been absolutely great. It's been the best decision I ever made. Took me a while to make the decision.
I know that, because I've been asking you,
but
Al,
the best
when?
decision. That's the
Take
only
your
mistake
time,
I
Al.
made, is waiting that long.
Take your time. Your accountant won't mind waiting a little longer.
Oh no. I'm thinking everything through, and she's been real helpful and supportive, and as you and your family have been since the loss of my father, because it's a big change every day up there at the office, and with him not being there, but we feel his presence there every day, and your support and your family support has been just so great, and the dinner that you provided for us at the time of his pass, I can't tell you how much Bobby, Connie, Mari, and I are grateful to you for that.
We are grateful to you for carrying on the tradition of your father, and we are proud of you, Al Down.
Hey, well, Ms. Luper, I want to just say I appreciate that and appreciate those words, and you mentioning that, and I want to thank the community too, also, and your church and the community for your support during this. And if you are able to, if you need any type of vision services, please don't hesitate. Call our office, and we'd be more than happy to schedule you and get you in.
Well, what is that telephone number?
It's 235-0536.
Just a minute. Will you take?
0536. And
Wait a minute. You're going a little fast
my
for me.
assistant and receptionist, and she'd be happy to help you.
Al, you're going a little fast for me. That telephone number is what?
235-0536.
And the hours are?
From 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday.
And you are located where?
At 934 Northeast 8th Street, just a quarter mile east of 8th and Lincoln Boulevard.
Well, I know one thing. You will be at the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant next week.
Yes, ma'am, absolutely. Congratulations again on that. Let me give you an early congratulations on that. We look forward to the being a participant as either an escort or in some capacity through the years.
Escort.
And so I know how they're always done just superbly, and I look forward to it again. And every year you continue to outdo yourself with that. So I'm really looking forward to it.
Well, we are looking forward to seeing you and your lovely wife on Saturday night. Now,
certainly
Al,
will.
I don't have any tickets. I call the names of some of the advisors, and I'm sure Coco will be on some of the staff. So you might can get some tickets to them, but I'm completely sold out.
I'll make sure I get some, Miss Luper. You can count on us to be there.
Okay.
Anybody else that had never done it before, get out and support that, because these girls work hard, and Miss Luper works hard with them. Show your support. Like you say, Miss Luper, don't just give your lip service. Show.
Say, Al, do me a favor, will you?
Yes, sir.
Will you tell Connie I said hi and good morning? I hope everything is going better. Tell Robert, slap Robert for me and tell him I know he'll be all right.
Tell him I don't
okay?
like that slap business.
Well, Mom, it's a
No,
affectionate
I don't
slap.
like that.
Don't slap him.
I don't like no.
Well, hug Robert for me.
Anybody can slap me.
He's about to have a heart attack. He hadn't seen snow in about 30 years.
Well,
And
he's at the right place.
Yeah, he's about to have a heart attack now.
Yeah,
about
well, we
that.
don't want
but,
that.
I'll be sure and tell him best wishes again to you and your family. I look forward to seeing you next week at the tournament. At the pageant.
Okay,
All
that's
Okay.
next Saturday night at 7:30 exactly.
Next Saturday, that's March the 9th.
Calvin, when you
March
told
the
somebody to
9th.
slap, I thought about Adam Clayton Powell.
Uh-oh.
During the 60s, Adam Clayton Powell was talking to a group, and he said, "I'm going to the South now, and I believe the Bible." And everybody was looking at him. You know, Adam Clayton Powell could really speak. And he said, "I tell you now, the Bible says, if somebody hits you on one cheek, turn the other one." And that's what I'm going to do. But I'm not going to tell you what I'm going to do after.
That second cheek.
Yeah,
Well, I mean, that might be coming up here in Oklahoma City with this big protest march coming up.
Oh,
with
yeah, the Ku Klux Klan, right.
And the rally at the church. Well, Mama, we have a call on the line. We'll talk about that a little later. How you doing? Thank you for being a part of the Clara Luper Radio Show on a nice, chilly.
Good morning, Mr. Luper.
Good morning. Oh, Mrs. Walker.
This is Mrs. Walker.
Mrs. Bosie May Walker.
Congratulations, and I'm congratulating my staff today.
Listen.
Yes.
We are not having our bean and chili bean dinner today. The weather's a little bit too bad for two old ladies like Mrs. Stell.
I was looking forward to that. You're not going to have the dinner at the Freedom Center. This is the NACP Youth Council.
Tell Miss Luper we'll let her know when we're going to have it again.
Well, okay, Mrs. Walker, why is it that you work with Miss Black Oklahoma?
I am interested in all young people, and I love to see them progress and hope that they will learn how to become better citizens and live a happy and a productive life.
And that's why you work with him.
That's right, and I like the director who has the energy of a 20-year-old girl.
Well, I sure like you because you have a lot of energy. And how you can get out there and show those girls how to model and everything, I really appreciate it. And do you have any tickets left?
Yes, I do. Who'd like to have some? I got 5 they can have today.
You have 5 tickets left?
Yes.
Okay, well, that's Bosie Walker. Those of you that plan to come down. Miss Bosie Walker has 5 tickets left. I don't have any left.
Well, Mom, I'm out too.
Well, thank you, Mrs. Walker.
We could brag on Mrs. Walker not only on the role that she plays doing helping and inspiring the young ladies, but just on keeping the whole staff kind of together. You know, it's inspirational to go to the Bosie Walker dinner and Bosie Walker breakfast and to see the competition and to hear her speakers, to see how well she has put everything together. And then Doris has even come up from Houston helping her. Mrs. Walker has gotten off her sick bed and made sure that she was there to be a part of the Miss Black Oklahoma.
She reminded me of what we used to do in the cotton field, my ancestors.
Oh, Lord.
We fool the master. Sometimes we say to the master, "Oh, I'm so tired, I'm so tired." And then when the sun would go down and we would go back in those little shacks and we'd say, "I was tired in the field, but I sure ain't tired no more." Hey, that's where jazz was born. What a people.
What a people.
And congratulations. Did you know, how many of you saw Miss USA last night? Did you see Miss USA last night?
Miss USA pageant?
On CBS.
Okay.
We are the top 5. Guess how many was black?
Mom, 2.
Okay, don't
you said guess.
Oh, yeah, that's your guess. But there
Okay,
were 4 black in
4.
the top 5. Plus, a beautiful young lady from the District of Columbia won Miss USA. What a day. Well, if we can just keep our young people focused, won't that be something?
Well, Mom, one thing you have to do when you talk about focus, you got to decide what you're going to focus on.
Focus on something that's positive.
Well, that is one thing, but, you know, people throw out the big general term, focus on something positive. But then let's be specific. We have to start, I think, in our homes, and you see a kid that has the ability to just sketch or to draw. Do you focus him on architecture, or do you focus him on artwork? You see a kid that loves to break things up. You can tell him about demolition. There's so much going on in the demolition industry that can be a focus. But then what are we going to focus on? I think that's our role and the responsibilities
but I can tell you what
have.
Ricky Bird is focusing on.
Ricky Bird is focused on what, Mom?
Selling automobiles. He's a salesperson at Automax.
Well, you got me there.
Okay.
Automax, Ricky Bird. Okay.
Okay. Hello.
Good morning, Mrs. Luper.
Good morning, Mrs. Hunter.
Good morning, Mrs. Hunter.
And Mr. Calvin, and hello to you in Radio Land. My, is this a beautiful day.
And I'm congratulating my staff. I'm congratulating my staff today, and congratulations to you and that beautiful Eleanor Douglas. You do a beautiful job for me.
Well, I want to congratulate you on the honor that they are going to bestow upon you when you go to the regional and to the state and to the national meeting and every other place. And I'm just so happy for you, and I want to extend my appreciations to you, and I want to send thanks to the NAACP for giving you your flowers while you can smell them.
Well, thank you.
And to the radio audience, if you have not purchased your tickets, and tickets are judges for consenting to judge for us on March the 9th. And they will be there looking for those girls and preparing to meet them and greet them and talk with them, because I'm so happy that we do have something for our girls to look forward to.
Well, why do you stay with the Miss Black Oklahoma page? It looked like you would be tired.
Well, Ms. Luper, I've been with you ever since day one, remember? So we're there because really, I am interested in young people. I'm interested in seeing them succeed, and I put my money in to try to help them succeed. Wherever I feel that they need help, I usually try to give it to them, because someone should be interested in our young people. Because, I went to one town, and I was looking for a girl just to be in the Miss Black Oklahoma. And I said, well, what do you all do here? They said, we only have two things to do here. And that is on Sundays, we go to church, and during the week, it's a pool hall. So those people need some other incentive to let them know there's some better things in life that they can do other than going to the pool hall during the week, school if they're in school, and church on Sunday. What they need a activity and where they can go out and meet people. So this is what we do.
I understand that you, Mrs. Hunter, I understand that you've been talking to someone in a neighboring city. Tell me about that.
I beg your pardon?
I understand that you've been talking to someone in one of our surrounding towns.
Well, right. I am talking to a young lady, and I have sent her some correspondence, and she has called me and asked me to send it to her. And I'm expecting her to return some correspondence just one day this week. And
what town is that?
Worked out. Well, Mrs. Luper, let me see. I want that to be a surprise so when I get my group all together. But if you just must know.
I need to know.
Well, okay, this Chandler, Oklahoma. We've got to have a Miss Black Chandler, Oklahoma, because that's my hometown.
Well, that would be the day. That would be the day.
In your hometown.
That would be the day.
But we're going to come through, because we always have surprises, We never know what town they're going to send us a girl to represent their city, because I never shall forget Miss Black Bristow. Oh, my goodness. And I'm wondering what's Bristow doing now. They may be going to have a pageant this year, because we haven't had someone from Bristow for some time.
Well,
so I want to say my hats was off to Miss Bristow. So we hope that Miss Bristow will contact some people there and get someone else to represent Miss Black Bristow. And I'm trying to get Miss Black Chandler or Miss Black Davenport.
Or Miss Black Stride. Keep trying. If at first you don't succeed, try again.
That's right. I'm working on it, and I hope to get it materialized.
Well, thank you for those compliments. Now, when the people honor Clara Luper, they aren't honoring Clara Luper. Clara Luper is not self-made. Clara Luper is what you have done, what you have made. Don't you ever say Clara Luper unless you're thinking about other people.
What about the girls? Are they going to practice today?
No, the girls are not going to practice today.
Should we do it tomorrow afternoon?
It depends on the weather, because I've got to take care of these little pretty Yvette Butler and Stiggers and Peters and Kirk and Richmond, Barkley and Mallory, Dokes and Tumley and Kirk.
They told me on the other night that they were going to be out there on your radio show, but I guess this weather changed their mind.
No, I didn't want them to come out because I didn't want to take no chances with my beautiful young ladies.
And then it was early. We're waiting to see what the weather's going to do. Even though it looks bad out there, actually the roads are kind of clear now.
But we don't want to take any chances.
But, especially with our Miss Black Oklahoma City contestants.
So we may not have snow very long. Well, so I'm going to say bye, and I'll see all of you at your church tomorrow.
Okay, did you say you had 5 tickets? You don't have any tickets.
No, Ms. Moses Walker said she had 5 tickets.
Okay, well, one night is Mr. Berlin Nero doing. Berlin is working with the escorts, and boy, is he proud. He's
right. The other night, he had a nice group of escorts, and they were really talking about the things that they were preparing to do.
How about Wilma Ray?
They have a job to do.
Oh, well, Mrs. Ford and William Ray,
said that they have all of the
Pages they need.
pages
We don't
that they
need any
need.
more
They cannot
pages.
take
That's
any
right.
more.
Is that
So if you have a page, you have to wait and get her in for next year.
And put on the waiting list.
Right, because they have a full list for this year.
And thank you,
But
Mrs.
we want to
Hunter.
thank you for participating and bringing your girls to participate in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant.
Thank you.
And bye now.
Bye-bye. I have a call for Reverend Finney. Reverend Finney, will you call 672-1220 immediately?
Mom, you were talking about Automax before Mrs. Hunter called and reminded us about the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant that'll be March the 9th. But you were saying something about Automax, that the young man was focused on something. You want to
He's focused on making something out of himself, and he can talk, and he decided to go into a business where he can talk, and he can show cars. Rick is doing a beautiful job. He's at 8920 Southeast 29th Street in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma. And talking about success, I wish Baron Hopgood would call me because Baron has something that I want you to share with you.
It's Byron, isn't it? Reverend Byron.
Byron.
Hopgood. He's
I
an
call him Baron
entrepreneur.
because we buried with him.
We certainly did. You know, he was in the Miss Black
Okay,
Oklahoma
we have
pageant.
someone on the line.
Do we really?
Yes.
This type of weather,
And
Clara
yes,
Luper Radio show,
yes,
somebody's
yes,
calling
yes,
us?
Yes.
Good morning.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Coco Thomas, your fantastic reporter. As you know, the NAACP Youth Council meetings are every Monday night at 7 o'clock, and I hope to see you all out in Radio Land there. Also, the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant will be March 9th at 7:30 p.m. So, pages, let's get ready. And yes, I do have tickets left, so if you need tickets, just call on me.
Call on Coco?
Yes.
Okay.
You have some tickets left. Who are some of the pages? Name some of them for me.
We have LaDelia Jackson. We have Stacia Cornish. We have, I believe her name is Janisha Williams, Michael Simpson, and Jayla Garrett. And that's all I can think of right now.
Okay, right now, which means in a few minutes you can think of some others. Are you ready this year?
Yes, I am.
Do you know the theme of this year's pageant for Saturday night?
Yes, the theme of this year's pageant is Golden Opportunity.
Well, we will be there to see you all in your goal, and we know that you will have a time. Thank you so very kind. Would you say hello to Maxine Stale, one of my outstanding staff members, please?
Yes, I will.
Thank you.
Mom, you know, there have been several requests that have come in over the years to be a part of the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant, Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, and that is to be an announcer. There are people who would really love to be an announcer at the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. Is there a vacancy?
We do not have a vacancy
That
at
staff
this
member
time.
did not leave.
That
Now,
staff member, not only that, we do not have a vacancy. It's something about these staff members. They never quit.
well, like
They
now,
fuss, but they never quit.
so which announcers will we have this year at the Miss Black
I'll
Oklahoma
tell
City?
you next Saturday.
You're going
I'm
to
not
tell us
gonna tell
next
you
Saturday?
now.
You don't want to mention
But
Nancy
in the
Moore
meantime,
now?
I won't. Nancy Moore will not
No,
be
that's
up.
the state. That's
the state.
Okay.
Nancy Moore and Calvin Luper. Are you going to resign this year?
Mom, I've seriously given consideration on just being in attendance at the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant so that I could see these beautiful young ladies, these handsome escorts, see them doing their thing. But then, no, I'm not going to resign now.
You're not going to resign?
Because I love being a part of it. I love working with young people who are focused, who know what they want in life, and who are willing to accept the many challenges that come about in your lifetime. And one thing about it, being a part of the Miss Black Oklahoma, it's a fun week, but it's a working week, and it's a working week for the staff and for the contestants and for the pages and escorts, for the people at the hotel, the limousine drivers, for the places that we visit. All of us are working to make sure that the pageant is a success. One of the starting places will be the city pageant March the 9th. Looking forward to that because I know Oklahoma City is going to select a winner, going to select a winning personality. Maybe this year we might even have a Miss Black Oklahoma from Oklahoma City.
That would really be interesting.
That'd be different.
And
wouldn't it?
incidentally, we do have some tickets if you would like to pick up.
Coco has tickets.
Miss Marie Weekly has some tickets.
Miss Marie Weekly. Okay, that Mrs. Weekly's shop is located there on Northeast 26th Street.
No, Calvin.
Mrs.
1917 Northeast 24.
Oh, okay.
You may call her
I
at
stand corrected.
427-7922. the petite salon, and you can also buy some beautiful clothes there.
That's my first mistake today, Mom.
Oh, well, that's
the
commendable.
petite salon.
You know, we are the show that makes plenty mistakes.
Right.
But once we make a mistake, we can sure go back and correct it. Thank all of you that are buying that have bought tickets for the pageant. Those of you that are buying advertising. Those of you that want to sponsor. The pageant, and you're welcome to sponsor.
You know, I look forward, Mom, to next week when I know that we're going to kind of give a review of what has happened to the contestants and the participants in the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant. It is actually amazing. Those of you out there in the radio listening audience, it is amazing what these young people have gone on and doing in their lives. Right now, if you go to Langston University, go to Oklahoma University, Oklahoma State, Cameron, Northeastern, any of the colleges here in Oklahoma, you're going to find a participant that has participated in the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant, whether it be from Tulsa, whether it be from Lawton, whether it be from El Reno, whether it be from what's that little small town up there? I think it was only 3 black people, but that young lady came down here and put on a Redbird. No, that wasn't Red. I'm thinking of northeast corner of Oklahoma. But at any rate, these young people have taken the inspiration that we as the staff, that we as participants in the pageant have given them. They're good friends. They're still in contact with each other. You know, they're in contact with the staff. I am so proud of the job that you've done, and thank you once again for starting that project.
Okay, thanks to Miss Mary Johnson, who's working down in Ardmore, Oklahoma, and also working with the contestants from Dunkins and Stevens County. Thanks to Mrs. Helen Daniel from Comanche County, who works and who's head of the escort program. Thanks to Mr. Brent Russell from Langston University. Thanks to Mrs. Carol Wade from Muskogee, Oklahoma. And thank you, Rick Woodard from Rose State College. I could go on and on. Mrs. Wilson from Okmulgee. Thank all of you for participating. But most of all, thank you to come to the
Call it a party.
Yeah, it's going to be a big party.
It's going to be a big party.
Because the Jets will be there. Calvin, the Jets will be here. And we are bringing in the Jets. You haven't seen nothing until you see the Jets.
Representatives from the Jets.
The Jets will be at the Jets will be there.
You got to explain a little better to me.
I don't have to explain to you.
I have my pencil
because
ready.
Because if you're in Oklahoma City and you haven't heard about the Jets, and we are bringing in a young man from Tulsa, Zamian Zapato. He looks just like he is the best that I have seen since Michael Jackson. He will be doing something that you haven't seen nothing
like.
Like.
About Michael before surgery or Michael after
Zapato.
This will be doing the.
That's a special entertainment that we will have
at the city.
At the city page.
At the city. Oh, that's going to be happening March the 9th.
At the city pageant, and we are going to honor 4 beautiful young ladies. We are going to honor them like they have never been honored before, because we will have a golden opportunity to honor Mrs. Jewel Davis, Mrs. Hanley, Mrs. Ruby Hall, and Mrs. Bessie Coleman. What an honor. You know, sometimes we look at people and we really don't understand how much they do. How much do you know about Mrs. Betty Coleman, Mrs. Andre Hanley, Mrs. Ruby Hall, Mrs. Davis from St. John Baptist Church? How much do you know about these people? Well, anyway, we have the golden opportunity to honor someone. We always do that during our Oklahoma City pageant. And those of you that have not seen them, you haven't seen nothing yet.
Well, Mom, each one
they will be there in their beautiful evening gowns. And Calvin, we want people to dress up to come to our pageant. We don't want you to look like you're going on a cotton pick when you come to our pageant.
Well, Mom, you know, each one of these young ladies, Mrs. Davis, Mrs. Hall, Mrs. Coleman, Mrs. Hanley. You know, each one of them have something special that they've done. They've made a niche here in the community. They've done something positive. And I think one of the reasons that we honor them is because we want the young people to understand that, you know, all the time. You don't have to be up front, but you're going to find out of these young ladies and the ladies that will be in the pageant some great things that they are doing, and they should serve as an inspiration to you and also a focal point for you.
Well, you are exactly right, Calvin. The best honors have not been given yet. We try to honor people because they deserve it. For example, at our church Sunday, we honored the deacons, and that was really great. Martha Fisher did a terrific job, along with Mrs. Hayes. Andre.
Well, I sure enjoyed that sermon Reverend Coleman preached.
Do you know, Reverend?
Keep on looking up, and I think that has
but
been
Reverend Young
works hard.
Reverend Young asked a question. How can we
that
forget?
Was 3 o'clock, right?
Yes. How can we forget? Reverend Young took that subject and tore it up. And those choirs from Fifth Street Church and from Holy Temple, those choirs were out of sight. And Reverend Young, in 15 minutes, ask us, how can we forget?
How can we forget?
And I would like to ask you out there, how can we forget? First, how can we forget those of us that are black? How can we forget we are black? But some black people forget they are black. How can we forget what God has done for us? How can we forget? Oh, my gracious, that was some sermon. That was some
church. That was quite a celebration, too.
It was quite a celebration.
Dinner going on.
Oh, and everybody except 2 people brought food that I asked them to. I mean, we had more food than you can even imagine. The people in Fifth Street, what can you say? It was a Lucille Williams down-home dinner. Calvin, today I've dedicated my program to the staff, and I want Reverend Finney to call me. Wonder why hasn't he called?
Well,
why is Reverend
must realize
Finney?
that this is a beautiful Saturday morning, and he's probably
maybe he's
working
going out
hard.
skating. Maybe he's going out skating.
He's probably listening to the show, and
if he was listening, he would call.
Okay.
But those of you that know Reverend Finney, be sure and tell him to get in contact with me, because it will be to his benefit to get in contact with me. Well, wonder how is Burley and Nero getting along? How is Mr. Hornbeak, our transportation advisor, getting along? How about Dolly Hall? How about Calvin Whitaker? How about Betty Germany? How about all of my staff?
Merlin Hildred.
Mildred. How about Joy
Alicia
Armand?
Hildred.
Wonder if they have any
Alicia
tickets
Garrett.
left. Any of you have any tickets left, let us know. I know Mrs. Weekly should have at least 10 tickets left that you can pick up a ticket there. And those tickets are only $10 each. And it'll be worth $10 just to see our beautiful young ladies. They are so beautiful.
Well, one thing about being on the staff of the Miss Black Oklahoma City pageant is that the pay is so good. I mean, how did you determine the amount of money that you were going to pay the staff members?
Well, I don't think, I'm not on any contract. If Enron did not tell how much their people got, I don't have to tell you anything,
Well,
Kev.
the pay is good. Let me
The
tell
pay
you.
must be good for Letty Ruth Hunter, Bosie Walker, Rosetta Coleman, Nancy
Mrs.
Davis,
Matthews.
Mrs. Gloria Matthews.
Mrs. Ray, Mrs. Ford.
See if any of you out there, you call me, you want to know what you can do.
All
See
the
if you
pay
can
is
get any of
good.
them to resign. Call Letty Ruth Hunter, Leola Ford, Bosie Walker, Rosetta Coleman, Nancy Davis, Rodale Hornbeak, Elnora Douglas, Burley and Nero, Ruby Hildred, Gloria Matthews, Betty Germany, Calvin Whitaker, David Lee Hall, Wilma Ray, Leon Pons, Edwina Red, Patsy Kizzy, Dolly Hall, Donnie Weekly, Marie Weekly, Maxine Stale, Onita Brown, Joy Armand, Alma Washington, our attorney, Terry Whitaker, Doris Jones. See if you can get any of them to resign, and then I'll have a vacancy.
Then you certainly will have a vacancy. Good things
Robert
happen
Gates.
when you listen to the Clara Luper radio show. Mom, I love what you've told me before in the past about the pay for the Miss Black Oklahoma pageant. You say the check is in the mail.
No, I didn't say that, Calvin.
You said
I
that.
say, okay,
You've
what?
told me that now.
The
You have
inter-
told me that I'm going to pay you, Calvin, but I'm going to, first, the check is in the mail. And I've used that with many of my bill collectors. I've told them the check is in the mail, and it hasn't worked, but for some reason it still works.
But I know one
hearing
thing.
it from you,
If
know.
you need a plumber, I'm going to tell you, you're going to need a plumber because your pipe's going to come up bursting. Something's going to go wrong. Now, I'm going to tell you who you can call. Call 771-4875 and then call me back and tell me about your services.
Wait, what's that number again?
771-4875. Chauncey Shadina's 1643 Northeast 50th Street and 2611 North Martin Luther King. Allstate Insurance Company, Maryland Hildred, 730 North Britain Road. Tell me about
Well, I'd love to tell you about Allstate because we have home insurance, we got life insurance, we even have insurance for your snowmobiles, we got helicopter insurance, we got all of your insurance needs. If you don't believe me, give me an opportunity to give you a quote. Call us 843-0811. Allstate Insurance. Merlin Hildred is the agent. Merlin Hildred is the one to make sure that you have nice, courteous service, that you get the best advice, the best guidance that you can ever think about for any of your insurance needs. Allstate Insurance, Merlin Hildred.
Carl Corbin is one of our staff members. He's working with gifts for the young ladies. If you would like to do anything for these young ladies, contact Carl Corbin's Real Estate. And he'll sell you a house, too, before you can turn around. You'll be in a brand new house.
He'll show you some good ones and make you want to buy one. You know, it's some great homes on the market now, and Mr. Corbin knows where they are, and we'll work with you to make sure that you get what you need, get what you want.
Well, I know one thing. It's better to buy a home than not to have one, because at least you can mortgage it when you get in a time.
Oh, Mom, but I can save all my receipts from the renter, from my apartments. I can save those, and then that way when I do get a home, I can put them in the fireplace and say, oh, where did those years go? But, you know, you must start somewhere, and all of us have to start. And Mr. Corbin will help you find that home that you, even though you may not think you can afford a home right now, I bet you that he can lead you in the right direction to where you can find a home that you can go in, and you have something besides those sheets of paper.
Calvin, you know, this week we say goodbye to Billy Joe Wallace, who was certainly one of our faithful listeners. Billy Joe Wallace. What did y'all call him?
Well, we call him Billy Joe. That was my favorite. And then a lot of people call him Nation Red.
Nation Red, who was certainly one of our great supporters, and we extend our sincere sympathy to that family. We also, and his body was taken back to his favorite place, and that's Wewoka, Oklahoma. We would also like to say we understand we lost one of the outstanding members of our church, Reverend Fugit, who has over 50 great grandchildren. Now, you know, that's really something. And Reverend Fugit was a part of Fifth Street family, served as an associate minister, and I really love to hear him sing those songs. Oh, we got somebody. Hello?
We got a caller here.
Hello?
Hello, hi.
Yes.
Hello, how are you this morning, Miss Luper?
I'm fine.
It's Mr. Nero.
Yes, Mr. Nero.
Burley and Nero.
Yes.
Congratulations.
The staff member.
Congratulations to you, too, Miss Luper. That award, I really appreciate that. Hey, that's really outstanding for you to get that award from the NAACP.
Well, thank you so very kindly. You know, we have to go to the regional that will be in Little Rock, Arkansas. And anyone want to get on our bus and go, all you have to do is to call us.
That's right.
Do you have any tickets left?
I have 5 tickets left.
You have 5 tickets left?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
All right.
These tickets are really going.
They're going this weekend. They'll be going real fast. So if anyone needs a ticket, they give me a call. That's 737-4402.
7 what?
737-44.
You don't have but 5 tickets left?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, my gracious.
Only 5 tickets.
Mr. Escort Advisor, Mr. Escort Coordinator.
Are you going to sing with Calvin this morning? Because we do have Donnie Weekly has a birthday, Calvin.
Oh, okay. Well,
and
I don't know. Nero missed practice. I don't know if he can sing.
I don't think I'm able to this morning. I missed my practice, so when you do that, coach kind of suspend you. You miss a couple of games, so I had to miss this here.
Yeah, you got to renegotiate your contract. You miss one practice, it's renegotiation time, and we got a tough agent. And I'd like to remind all of you that this may be your first time listening. What we're talking about is the We Can't Singers, and we are a professional group, and we are available for special performances at any type of event anywhere in this nation. You pay expenses, we will do our best. Nero, you're going to have to hit that background for me anyway, because we have a special. One lady we forgot in January was Alice Marie Jackson, Mama Jack. And Mama Jack's birthday has passed. A belated happy birthday to her. And Marcia Thomas, who's another ex officio member of that We Can't Singer, she's going to join with us because we're wishing a happy birthday to Sister Versa Sanders Goodman.
All right.
This is her birthday too. And then Donna Weekly, her birthday too. So you go ahead and get that background note, and I'll try to
Jamie
get
Lurch is also having a
Mrs.
birthday
Lurch, okay,
this month.
Mrs.
I don't
Lurch.
know when.
Okay. So this is a golden opportunity, Nero, for you to hit that background. So you get your ooh, and I get it right. Okay, ready?
All right. Okay.
Ooh. Okay. Alice Marie Jackson, Mama Jack, happy birthday to you. Marcia Thomas joins us with saying happy birthday, Sister Versa Goodman. Donna Weekly, happy birthday to you. This is a special time. Barbara Bird, I know you're listening. Happy birthday coming up to you. So happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Alice Marie, Mama Jack, Donnie, Sister Versa Goodman. May you have many, many more.
You've been listening to the Clara Luper Radio Show, and stay out of trouble. Don't be stealing and killing. Stay out of trouble. Clara Luper saying bye-bye.
We'd like to thank each and every one of you for tuning in to the Clara Luper Show. Join Sister Clara Luper here each and every Saturday from 9 until 10 at your number one gospel station, KTLV. And until next Saturday, may God bless you.
And the views and opinions expressed on the preceding program were not necessarily those of AM Radio 1220 KTLV.
Father, I know your pain ahead. Come on. Hallelujah.